Looking at the idea of string methods. Most of the methods we have on string, we've already talked about how we can chain the methods together, put this on top of this on top of this, just by continuing that dot, because each string that is generated by the method itself can then have a method then called upon it. And we've used that with the to uppercase, we've used that with the dot equals ignore case, we've used that with the dot contains, building those things on top of each other so we can do more information on them. But we're now going to look at two different groups of methods that allow us to do a lot more work with them. So we're going to look at first the idea of the IndexOf method. And so the IndexOf method, passing it some string. And so the way it works is that some string, or some string object, then calls the IndexOf method and passes it another string as the parameter. So that's the structure for it. And it will return an int. And the int that it returns is going to be somewhere between -1 to n. -1 means that the string that is passed as a parameter does not exist within the string that calls it. And anywhere to n, 0 up to some valid number, that's positive obviously, is where it is inside that string. So let's do a quick little sample here on the board, and we're going to just do some throw together code, and then we're going to talk about how it works with it and go further. So I have int spot. Helps if I actually write letters that make sense. That's actually supposed to be an S, just in case you didn't know. Equals quotes dot index of parens semicolon quotes A Q Z I B. Int spot equals quizib dot index of lowercase a, followed of course by our great friend the semicolon. Now, definitely not anything we'd really see ever existing for actual text. Not very helpful information. All caps, random collectors of letters. Yeah, great. But lowercase a, or 9, I can't really tell. It's my handwriting. This is, again, reason number 5,000,006,000,006 not to use lowercase handwriting ever. I don't know what that is. But it's definitely not in that 4-character string. Notice that I'm not using a string object. I'm merely using a string literal. So it's just like, oh, here's some random string. So you can do this on a variable. You can use this on a string, any string variable you have. Or you can just simply just like, oh, here's a string to check. So this spot, if I did system.out.println, and I pass it spot, would then, here's my console window. It's cute. It would print -1. Because lowercase a, 9, whatever that is, doesn't matter, is clearly not inside quizib. And since the index of this, where is the index of that? Is nowhere inside there. It returns a -1 into spot. And then when I print that out using system.println, passing it spot, I get a value of -1. Making one small change. Clearly a capital Q. Right? Capital Q is definitely inside quizib. And when we're counting indices, aka positions, aka spots, what number do we count with? I didn't quite hear you. Try that again. What number do we count with when we're counting indices or spots or positions? A little bit louder. Let's try one more time. When we're counting indices, spots, positions in a string, in a list, in any data structure, we start off at?
0.
Better. Okay, we start at 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 for its positions. So where is Q? 0. Oh, so quizib.indexOf Q will calculate 0, because that's the 0th spot, and shove it in here, and then it's now, oh, instead of -1, we'll print out 0. So, pretty easy so far, yes? We can then try this with right here, and have that be ib. So it doesn't have to be a single character, it can be a full string. And so now int spot quizib.indexOf ib, well, definitely not ib. Definitely not ib. Could be ib. Let's look at the next character. It is ib. Oh. 0, 1, 2. Okay. So this is going to return 2. And so it would then print 2. Now, if I do this, IB, IB, totally a great word to be looking for. So, int spot quizib.indexOf IB. Okay, 0, nope. Z, nope. I, that's part of it. B, second letter. Oh, we're done. Sad face. -1. Okay. So the way IndexOf works is it looks through each individual spot. And if it has the first letter, then it stops then and it's like, oh, I have the first letter. Now, do I have any more letters to look at? Yes, I do. Oh, does that second letter match that second one? Oh, it does. And repeating that process ad nauseum. No, please don't vomit. But it keeps on repeating that process until it's done. And if it finds all the string values inside the parameter string, inside the calling string, it will return the index of the first time. So let's take that a little bit further. Eraser. Again, 1 to n, or -1 to n, excuse me, int spot equals ABDDADAD. Abdadad. Fantastic words. And again, caps because caps are easier to write. Dot index of da. So now we're going to say, okay, is that DA? Nope. Is that a D? Nope. Is that a D? Yes. Okay, what's about the second letter? Is it an A? Nope. Okay. Skip ahead. Is that a D? Yay! The second letter A? Yes. Oh, sweet. So add the DA, and so I'm at 0, 1, 2, 3. But wait, there's more. There's 5 is also index of. Oh, and 7, nope, that doesn't matter. So it only goes the first instance. It doesn't find any of the other values. So if I just call index of again, it's still going to return 3 again and again. So the index of method only finds the first index, even if the entire string is. Yeah, as soon as it finds a correct value, it's done. It's exactly like an OR. Great comment, yes. Okay, so it finds the first instance. As soon as it finds a valid thing, it's done. It doesn't keep looking for other ones. Now, index of doesn't have to be working with just a string literal. Like I said, we can use a string variable. So if I go up here and beforehand I say string test equals quotes something. And then I do test dot index of DA. So, no D, 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 no D. Oh, no D's. So my index of is going to be what, everybody? -1. Hooray. So, I can use it like that. I can even have another one. I can do this. I can pass a string variable. Test dot index of test. Oh. That should be really, really good. That should be 0. Because test is the same word as test, right? Oh. Does it have S? Yes. Does it have O? Yes. Does it have M? Oh, it does. E-T-H-I-N-G. Oh, sweet. I have a 0. So if I'm using the exact string, then of course it should be 0 itself, because the index of that string inside itself is 0 at the very beginning. So this is a great way to find out if something is in there. Now, index of, this method, just the single index of, testing a single string, is a great way to go. But wait, there's more. Everybody please Google the string Java API. Everybody found it? String Java API. And when you've got the API on your screen, do Command F and look for index of. Okay, on the string Java API, you see index of. Is there an index of that takes more than a string parameter? What's another index of method? A string and an int. So I can say, oh, index of test, comma, 4. So I can look and see if starting at index 4 and moving on, is that value in there? So I look over at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that S? Nope. 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 And then I can return again -1. So the index of with 2 parameters allows us to look later on. So instead of looking for the same thing on this one on test, I can look to see if starting at position 4, if I have a E. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. No E. No E. No E. No E. No E. Oh, darn. So index of 4, passing at 4 as a second parameter, gets me a -1 because there are no E's from index 4 on. So I can search after something. So index of, there's the index of method with a simple string parameter, which just says, is this inside the string? What method is that kind of like? Content for contains, yeah. Exactly. We used the dot contains earlier to see if this thing is anywhere inside there. So if we were to write our own contains method, we could see if the dot index of returns anything first of that and then just return false if the index of equals -1. Oh. And so the index of with 2 parameters lets us to see if that thing's anywhere after a certain spot. And so we can look and say, oh, did we ever say after spot 3, do we ever say cool? Oh, and I could say something, or cool, comma, something nifty. Why am I spelling it backwards? I don't know. Cool. There. Cool, something nifty cool. And I have my word cool inside that. And cool is right there at spot 0 to 3. 4 is the comma. Okay? Nope, 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 no C's. C! Oh, yes! And so I'd count down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It would return 19. Because nifty cool, yes, it exists index of at 0, but because I'm calling cool with the 2 parameters, the string first and then the int after, I get to find out if it's inside there but after that spot. When would you use this? Great question. So say, for example, you have as a requirement inside a project, you need to find out if a certain string has another string at some point and another string at another point. Like, is there a, say, for example, a set of angle brackets after where you already found a set of angle brackets? There's a language that uses like angle brackets like this a whole bunch. It's really common on the web. I'm having I don't remember what it's called. Like there's 2 languages that use lots of angle brackets in groups. HTML, oh yeah, that's right. And there's some rules about putting those angle brackets, aren't there? Oh, yeah. And if you want to check to make sure that these angle brackets and these angle brackets have the same stuff inside them, or that there's like a certain like a slash thingy in them, that might be a really helpful thing. Maybe. If you have a project that involves looking for matching angle brackets with stuff inside them. Yes? So you go to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where you actually start looking. Yeah, this is still spot 4, and it would return 19 for that one because it's still in there. Yeah, because we don't reset our numbering of our thing. It's just what's the index of after that spot. So great question. Again, that question was if I pass 4 as the parameter, do I start counting here make this one now 0? No, this is still 4, but we then go and we look after that point to see if it's there. We still start counting always at 0 for that first index. Great question. Okay, so index of and its overloaded method index of with 2 parameters. So if index of with a string and index of with a string and an int are really helpful things for looking inside things. Okay? And when we have to look inside something, these are a method, this index of method, and index of with a string and an int. So index of in this project, the question was how often do you use index of? In this project, you will need to use it on at least 2 methods in your checkers. So, yeah, how often do you use it? In this method, at least 2. On that sample AP problem we were looking at, it was also in there. On another sample AP problem we'll be doing next week. Yeah, next week. It's in there as well. So index of is a method we use. It's a fairly commonly used method. We are only going to be using the index of with a single string parameter on the AP problem one. But the index of with 2 parameters is really good for looking later on. Okay, great question.